Hello guys, welcome to Online Web Tutor presented by Prophetic Sessions team. I am Sanjay. We are learning MySQL Stored Procedures tutorial for beginners. This is our part 18. Inside this video session guys, we are going to discuss about one more example in MySQL Stored Functions. Now inside previous video, we had seen about the basic concept of creating and declaring our MySQL stored functions by means of using PHP tool or by means of creating commands. Also we had seen about one example in that video. But inside this video, I thought that to make the clear understanding about MySQL stored functions, we need to make one more example. So if I back to browser, now currently I am inside one of the table of this database as something called tbl_users. Now we are going to create a stored function which basically takes a parameter as a string value. Let's say that on that string, if we want to replace some substring with some value, then we can replace with that. So go to SQL tab. Now if I make some zoom, now let's say that I am to define our logic of our stored functions right here. So let's say begin, or let's say delimiter, and here is the delimiter, and let's say delimiter semicolon again. Let's create function, and let's say that replace string. This is our MySQL stored function name. Now inside this function, we are going to pass one parameter, and let's say that we are going to pass, let's say email address, something user underscore email, and it should be in length, let's say varchar, and let's say 15 length, and the returns type, so let's say returns, and it will return the varchar means string value of character, let's say 50 value. So this is the stored function that we had created, which is going to return some value. So that's why it is deterministic in nature. Now we are ready to define our body section. So let's say begin, and inside this begin and end block, I'm going to write something called return, and let's say that firstly, what is the concept of replacing any value in MySQL? If I back to slide, open a new tab, let's say that we have a value something called abc@gmail.com. This is the original value. I want that by the help of MySQL function, we are going to replace with gmail.com, let's say something youtube.com, means the expected output abc let's say youtube.com. This is the email address actually I want. So how can we achieve that? So basically in MySQL we have a function something called replace, and inside this the first parameter we have to pass as the original string value. So this is the original string value. Now inside this string value we have to find something called gmail.com, and we need to replace with this, let's say youtube.com. Now it automatically find this value inside this string and replace with the new string value. So if I back to browser, now let's say that return MySQL not, it's replace, and inside this replace we have to pass our first the string value. So let's say that this is the user email, and we want to replace some substrings inside this user email. So if I copy this variable name, pasting it here, now inside this, let's say that if I open a new tab and go inside our tables, and inside this email address we have something the common called example.com, and something example.net. So let's say that I am to replace about example.net. I am to fetch something called 1 to 10 records, and inside this 10 records, if the email address contain something called example.net, so we have to replace it, let's say gmail.com. So back here, let's say that example.net, and I am to replace with, let's say gmail.com. And finally, after making these changes, after making our body, we have to finally return that value. All we have done now. So if I press go button, and we have some error and something that expected delimiter. So if I go at the top and let's check there is something called expect delimiter, and I think that we have provided and successfully we have ended as well. So actually guys, I am using the old version of MySQL PHP admin, so I think that this was actually the error. Okay, again if I press go button, and again we have some error, and this time the same error I have, and I think that we need to change something. So if I copy all the code, let's create this MySQL stored function freshly. So pasting it here. Now let's go button. We have some error, and I think that function replace string already exists, and I think that it has created the stored function, but due to older version it is not supporting about the delimiter statements. So again back to routines, go here, and as we can see that our replace string MySQL stored function successfully we have created that, and return type is something varchar which is of 50 length. Now if I click on edit button, as we can see that this is the body, these are the parameters, and this is the name actually we had supplied. Now this time we are going to run this stored function. So again if I open a MySQL tab inside a new tab, and let's select name. If I go here, let's say name score, let's say score, and I'm to take email address, but this time I want to replace the email address something. So let's say here I'm going to use called replace string, the function replace string. Inside this function I'm going to pass the email address from, let's say tpa underscore users, let's say limit 10 only, means we want 10 records only. Okay, so if I press Ctrl Enter, if I scroll down, now as we can see that inside here we have the name column, we have the score column. Now inside this replace string we have all the values called example.com, 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 but this time we have called example.net, but here we have successfully replaced our example.net value from gmail.com. So this is something what we can achieve by using MySQL stored functions. So again if I copy, go to SQL tab, pasting here, and let's say that as updated email. If I again press Ctrl Enter, now as we have renamed or changed the alias name of this column. So this is the example guys, as we have seen in case of MySQL replace function with updating something inside a string value. Let's make one more MySQL stored function which basically takes the integer value of this score. Now after taking that, it will compare with a certain range, and on the basis of certain range it will return something called bad, good, average, all the failed remark. So if I go here, let's go on the more or click on this section here, this routines. Now inside this I'm going to create manually this time. So add routine, let's say that get marks remark. Now inside this we are going to pass function, and this function will take, if I putting it here, now inside this we are going to pass a parameters, and that parameter is something called user underscore score value. It should be int, and the length value is something 11. Now the return type something varchar, because it is going to return something called bad, good, or best. So let's say 20 in characters. Now inside this body section we are going to write our logic. So let's say begin, and here now inside this I am to declare one variable. So declare, let's say remark, and it should be varchar and 20 characters. Now default value, let's say default, it should be empty value. Now here, let's say if the variable name actually we have passed something called user score, so let's say if user score is less than 30 or less than something called 40 value, so then we need to set, let's say set remark equal to, let's say that student actually got the failed remark. So this is the first. Now let's say else if I remove extra space from here, so else if, let's say user score is greater than, let's say 50 value or let's say 40 value, greater than equal to, and let's say and user score, if I copy this variable, pasting it here, and let's say but less than 60 value. So inside this range we are going to pass something, let's say 10 here, let's say set remark equal to, let's say good. Now again we have one more else if condition, so copying it here, pasting underneath of this block, and let's say this time the user score is greater than 60, so let's say user score greater than equal to, again copy this variable name, pasting it here, so the remark is something, let's say best. Now successfully we have made all the conditions, and finally let's say int if. Now successfully we have put all the range according to this user score. Now finally we have to return, so let's say return, and let's say remark value, and remember this is our varchar value which actually we are returning. Now let's pass all the parameters first. So root localhost, it is deterministic because it is returning some value, and inside this let's say contain SQL. Now if I press go button, we have created our stored function successfully. Now if I go at this tab, go to SQL tab, and let's say select, let's say name, email, and score value also, and I want to use our stored function this time, so get, let's say get marks remark, copy that, pasting it here. Now inside this I am to pass the score value, this is the score value, and let's as remark from db underscore users, let's say limit 10, only for the first 10 records. Now if I press go button, now as we can see that inside here this is the student which has the marks of 56 and it is inside good condition. Now rest call 65 is the best, 30 for the fail. So all these conditions, all these remarks on the basis of this score, all we have achieved by using a MySQL stored function. So inside this video session guys, we had seen about the two examples and clearly understood about the use of MySQL stored function in our queries. So inside this video session guys, if you have any doubt, then please drop your comment. I will give my reply as soon as possible. So for this video session guys, thank you for watching and have a great day.